West Florida. My name's Jessica and I'm going to show you around a little bit.
Ernest Hemingway was a writer and author who lived almost 100 years ago. He wrote lots of books and short stories that made him famous all around the world. He was very adventurous. He liked to do a lot of hunting and exploring, but most of all, he liked to do a lot of fishing right off the waters of Key West, the Bahamas, and Cuba. The museum consists of the home portion, which is where he lived with his wife and their 3 sons, as well as the outside gardens, which are about an acre in size. We're going to do a quick walk through the house so you can see each room, make one stop in the writing studio, and then we're going to get outside so we can talk about cats and what makes them so special here at the Hemingway home. Ernest Hemingway was a big-time cat lover, and his cats were thought to be extra special, and I'm going to tell you all about why. There are currently 59 cats here on the property, so keep your eyes open because you might see them as we're walking around. I'm also going to do my best to introduce you to all the cats we see along the way and tell you some pretty cool facts about them too. This is Ernest Hemingway's writing studio that I mentioned earlier. Every morning Hemingway would walk to the beach, go for a swim, and then come back here and write for several hours on this thing, which is called a typewriter. This is what was around before computers and texting. Ernest Hemingway had the first residential pool here on the island. Still till this day, it is the largest one. And now let's move on to the fun stuff. What makes these cats special is that they are what we call polydactyl, meaning they have extra toes. Normal cats have 5 toes on the front, 4 toes on the back. You'll see Larry, though, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toes. That claw hidden there. He's a polydactyl cat. Now, humans, anything can be polydactyl. It just means that you have an extra digit. There are 2 different types of polydactyl paws. These ones are mitten paws. They get that name because of their shape. They look like gloves. The other ones are called pizza paws because they're round. That's what you see here on Daisy Buchanan. Polydactyl cats used to be thought to be good luck. Ship captains used to take a polydactyl cat on board with them when they were about to set sail in hopes that it would help them to get to their destination a little safer. Ernest Hemingway was very accident prone, so that's why he liked to keep these kind of cats around. He thought maybe they would help him stay out of trouble. Right now, like I said, there's 59 of them here on property. They have full reign of the house and they get visitors from all around the world. A lot of the cats do love the attention, but some of them don't. Some of them like to hide out and stay to themselves. Right now I'm going to take some time to introduce you to some of the cats. I'm going to start here with Harry Truman. He is what we call our alpha cat, meaning that he is the top cat, kind of like the principal cat here at the Hemingway home. And here we have Daisy Buchanan, who we saw earlier with her pizza paws, of course. Also sitting with her up on the front porch is Hunter S. Thompson. He's such a young, handsome cat. This here is Billie Holiday. She's a young girl too. She's very sweet. You'll notice that a lot of our cats are named after famous people. You might not recognize their names, but I bet your parents do. Here comes one of my favorite cats. This is Hercules. He's just over a year old and full of energy. This orange guy here is Theodore Roosevelt. We call him Teddy. He's super sweet. When you see orange cats with little stripes like that, that's what we call orange tabby. That's what his colorings are. And these markings on Joe DiMaggio are what we call a gray tabby. There are a couple of other types of markings I'm going to point out along the way as well. And this is Joe DiMaggio's brother, Larry Harvey. He's named after a local Key West guy who used to work for us. This is Cary Grant here, the orange fella. He's a handsome older cat we have. And of course we have Sloppy Joe Russell high up in the tree here. Don't worry, he'll be able to get himself down. Cats are great climbers. This one here is named after famous artist Leonardo da Vinci. Now, taking care of 59 cats is hard work, so we have dedicated staff members who are here daily to feed and water and clean up after the cats. But most of all, our cats need love. So we have people here to do that too. Staff and guests alike get to spend time with the cats every day, hang out in the gardens as long as they'd like, pet and play with the cats as well. Betty Grable here is a black and white cat. We call that tuxedo cats. Those are some other markings I was mentioning earlier. And here we have Celia Cruz.
There we have Jackie O. Jackie O is one of our littlest kittens. She's only a few months old. She's got two sisters, Cleopatra and Blanche Dubois are her sisters. We'll find them eventually. They're around here somewhere.
Here they are, hanging right by the pool. We call these kittens tortoiseshell, and that pretty much just means that they're black with little speckles of color throughout their bodies. Our young cats learn very quickly who they can and can't mess with in terms of the older cats around the property. Everyone has their places and knows their rules, and everyone seems to get along just fine.
Thank you for joining us here today at the Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum. Come back and join us when things calm down a little bit. We hope to see you soon. We'd like to say a very special thank you to all our educators out there who are doing their best to make this work. You kids keep working hard. Hope to see you guys very shortly.